Hello everyone, Dr. Mark here with you, and today I wanted to talk to you all about seizure alert dogs. I think they are excellent dogs and every epileptic should have one, but why do they cost so much? Dogs that are able to warn their masters of an oncoming epileptic seizure really do work, and are discussed on almost every site for those suffering from epilepsy. Many people with epilepsy are afraid to even leave the house when alone, so the benefits of an early warning system are obvious. Trained seizure alert dogs undergo extensive training with strangers and are very expensive to purchase. Most of them are advertised on dog therapy sites for $10,000 to $15,000. These dogs are not usually covered by insurance. Some researchers who have looked into these dogs think that only certain highly trained dogs can do this, and the cost is justified because of that extensive training. For those epileptics lucky enough to have obtained one of these dogs, they realize it is well worth the cost. Other epileptics, like myself, do not believe that a dog has to be trained by strangers and purchased from a trainer and prefer the less expensive option. There can be some downsides. Dogs that have not been professionally trained are not exposed to several different people having seizures every day, so they may become excited or not know enough to even warn the epileptic. Most dogs, however, are attuned to odd smells or unusual behaviors. When bonded to a person, dogs will alert their person when something is strange. It is just up to the human to notice that his dog is acting unusual. It is then up to the epileptic to learn and act on the warning. So do you want to find out how you can train a dog to act as a seizure alert dog without formally training a dog for the job? The first step is to bond with your new dog or puppy. Once you have brought home your seizure alert candidate, it is up to you to bond closely and make her sensitive to your condition. Read more about bonding to learn more tips. The second step is just obedience training. Spending time training your dog with positive techniques will help her bond with you and feel that you are part of her family. You need to teach her all of the basics, and can learn more in a group at the park or a pet store. If you cannot get out for some reason, do not worry about it. The third step is what you should be doing at the same time as the first two steps, socialization. Try to take your dog everywhere with you, even when he has passed the sensitive socialization period, at about 16 weeks of age. When you go for a walk, take your dog. When you go to get a cup of coffee, take your dog. Do not forget that you should never take your dog to the store and lock him in a car, but if you are socializing your dog, taking him into the store is going to help a lot. The last step is to enroll the dog into the Canine Good Citizen program. Ask your vet or local dog trainer if this program is available in your area. It is an AKC certification that will teach your dog to behave in public and allow him or her to spend more time with you. If this is not available where you live, it is fine, but you may need more time socializing your dog. As your new puppy or dog becomes used to your home, let her spend as much time with you as possible. Forget those outdated dog dominance rules like no sleeping in the bedroom. Her job is sleeping in your bedroom. Her job is to alert you at any time of day or night. If you do not want to make your dog a part of your life, he or she will never develop into a seizure alert dog. Allowing her to become part of your life will take some time, and I definitely cannot guarantee that your dog is going to be alert on the first seizure. As your puppy ages and develops into an alert dog, she will warn you a few minutes or maybe half of an hour before a seizure. She might paw at the ground, bark, circle around, or just stare at you and whine. Each dog will alert differently. It is up to you to learn to recognize the signs. There are a few things you should not do though. Never yell at your dog or abuse her if she is doing her job. If you scold a dog when he barks at a stranger at the door, the dog might eventually learn to stop barking at the door. The correct response is to let the dog bark once to alert you to the stranger, praise her, and then check on the person at the door. It is the same thing with a seizure alert dog. If she is acting strange, praise her. The first time my dog started acting oddly before one of my seizures, I took her outside and closed the door. I was obviously not paying attention. After the seizure, I realized that she was doing her job, and I needed to praise her. What you can do is find a seizure alert dog anywhere. It does not matter where you get your seizure alert dog candidate. To find a dog that is going to grow into his job, I recommend you start out by evaluating a litter of puppies or some young dogs at the animal shelter using the puppy aptitude testing process developed by the monks of New Skeet. You can also find details on how to evaluate a puppy in Dog Training for Dummies by Jack and Wendy Volhard. Anyone wanting to develop a seizure alert dog should read both books to gain general knowledge. Some of the articles on seizure alert dogs recommend that the dog not be too dominant or too submissive. They argue that a dominant dog may not even care about the epileptic, while a submissive dog may become too scared at an impending seizure. Find a young steady dog, one able to live with a family, neither too shy nor too outgoing. It does not matter what breed she is or what sex. I do not think it matters if you get a free-to-good home puppy, a young shelter dog, or a line of expensive therapy Labradors developed by a breeder. I had a conversation several years back with a woman who trained her Maltese as a seizure alert dog. I have also heard of people using Min Pins and other breeds that most people would not expect to use. Please do not get a puppy from a pet shop since most of them are not socialized early and will not be good candidates. No matter where you get your dog, of course, you need to remember her feeding and medical needs. Any epileptic willing to bond with a dog does not need to spend a lot of money. There are still a lot of medical professionals or researchers who deny the value of these dogs. They have no idea if the dog is acting oddly because of a sense of smell or if there is some sort of telepathic communication that they do not believe in. It doesn't really matter. I do believe that this is not a skill that can be taught, but it is an ability that almost every dog has within herself. It is up to you to reach inside and find that ability. Thanks for watching. If you want to train your own seizure alert dog and have any questions, let me know in the comments and I will try to help. If you have any questions, you can contact me at yourpetsathome.com and I will help. If this video was helpful, give it a like. Subscribe if you want to learn about dogs, and YouTube will send you a notification whenever I publish new videos about dogs. If you are still here and have a minute, take a minute and go through the videos on my channel. There are videos about nutrition, health, and all sorts of dogs, about choosing a dog breed.